Chris Level here with another edition of Pirate Talk. I'm with the head coach of the Lady Pirates on the volleyball side, Mike Moffitt, Dr. Moffitt, I should say. Colton Coons taking care of us behind the camera as always. And these podcasts and shows are brought to you by Gene Messer Ford Lincoln. There's just like a slash in between the Ford and Lincoln, but it's Gene Messer. So we certainly appreciate those folks taking care of us with sponsoring these shows. You guys have been already rolling here we are. Football hadn't started yet. Yeah. The school's been going about a week or so. You guys have been going about a month.
Yeah, we're 10 matches in. It's wild.
and like mid to late July, it's like tryouts are about to start, and here we go. I mean, it's that I never get used to that part.
Yeah, you're
so sped up.
It goes unbelievably fast, and then same thing. Like typically in a normal year, like this year, I mean, you might go to half a day of school and then you're on the road. So like the kids are not acclimated for school yet, and all that. So it feels like it's go at the beginning.
Just part of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
This year, I want to ask you about this because this is like a unique situation for you. Because last year you coached your daughter, and your son was around a lot, helping with the team. Now they're elsewhere.
Yeah, they're spread out.
Okay, so first of all, let's get where is because she signed with some.
Yeah, Bird is playing at Texas Women's, so they've started practice. Okay. They're down there ready to go. So she's in Denton, so we got to see her on her first weekend. She moved down coincidentally at the same time we were down there.
Okay,
and then Jackson's at Kentucky State. Yeah,
okay, because y'all just played at a tournament.
So Jackson's at Kentucky State, and he's going to get a nice normal college semester because they're a spring sport. So so he's there just being a student. Okay, and they've started classes this week, and then Joe's in year 3. She'll be starting season 3 at Lamar, and so all 3 of them are out and about. It's great.
How is that for Dad and like the coach?
It's very cool. It's very cool. It's all good. It's different. Miss Bird on the playing side. I've missed Joe every second she's been gone, but it's more noticeable missing Jackson because he filled in a lot of those gaps of like Jackson replaced basically like he was the equivalent of 2 practice players and like 5 managers. Like he just was able to do all the things I needed him to do beforehand. Like you're thinking about cameras and stats and just generally being helpful. And so like Jackson's been pretty missed. It's been pretty funny.
Yeah. It's got to be weird, and maybe it's freeing in some way that you don't have the extra burden of like coaching your kids.
Yeah, there's an element, and my wife's a better judge of it than I am myself. But like she's like, well, you're nicer, because it is, which is true, and that's okay. And this group is a unique group anyway, but also like it's not this group of kids is not going to be helpful for me to stand and yell at them. So. With none of my daughters there, like there's no one to take that brunt anyway, so it's just like, we're just teaching, like it's fine.
I should. There's like a Samson joke there because you cut your hair.
So sure, yeah.
Straight goes in your hair. Like what made you? Because last time, I saw you at one point. And you kind of had the thing going. You had a head of lettuce that was awesome.
Appreciate it. That was.
And then I was like, who? Wait, that's Coach Moffitt.
No, this is normal. So this is normal. Okay. That was the only time that I'd ever done that was. Transitioning to move here. Okay. And I'm like, it was that exact reason. So like Aaron and the kids were still in Amarillo for a little while, a couple months or whatever. Okay. And so then I had the summertime too, and I'm like, you know what? I think I've got okay hair. I've never grown it out. Here we go. So it's like I hadn't grown it out since like junior year of high school. So we're like, let's see what it does. And it was like, it was great. And now I know like, hey, to get it exactly how I want it takes a year.
You had like a Pat Riley kind
of thing. For sure. At times you get the Pat Riley, you go from there, and it's like, hey, it's a year to that. It would probably be like a year and a half or so to get to Big Lebowski levels. And it's like, all right, so I know it's back there if I need it. But we're just back to normal now.
I appreciate the line. I think I have okay hair. So I'm just gonna,
like, hey, let it see what it does.
I love it. Take me through your theme. Be bold.
Yeah, be bold for us. So
yeah, and like it's so simple, and yet I think it's so
Well, it's really important for us, and it's really well thought out, and it's kind of a key. And it we developed it all over the winter and the spring, and just knowing what the roster was going to look like, and so you kind of got to travel back. Like we had a really good year last year, had 14 on the roster, graduated 10. And then had 2 go to their primary sport. So I'm out 12 of 14 kids. So I've got 2 returners.
And you made it last year to the
regional final. Yeah, regional final, and then 12 of those 14 kids are gone. So we knew going in, like, okay, we've got to be really good in a couple of areas. Like we've got to serve really well, and then like the X factor is just going to be like aggression because we've got a bunch of players that are awesome, talented, great kids. They haven't seen the level yet, and so when things get tough, or just in general, like their default mode has to be more aggressive. And so that's been that theme for them, is trying to get that in the back of their head of like,
run to the fire. Not
when in doubt, be more aggressive. Okay. So that's the be bold part of it with us.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I didn't realize the math there. I
Yeah.
didn't realize like 2 returners. That's got to be a first since you've been doing this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's one of those, like, because you're so
lot.
you're so accustomed. You know, I've graduated big classes, 6 or 7 or whatever, but like graduating 10 and then 2 go into their primary sport, you're like, it's
How many
tough.
seniors are in this group?
4. So we've got 4.
So there's the payoff here is that now this is a group that you should get to have for a bit.
Well, and that's the thing, like program kids get to work their way up the program, go through the JVs like they're supposed to, and it's a natural progression and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So this group of seniors, like I said, 1 was on varsity and played last year, 2 were on JV, and then 1 was not in the program. And just Mason Daniel wasn't in the program as a junior at all. Wasn't having a particularly good time in the program and things like that. And then we got to off season, and all her friends are like, "Hey, we're having a great time. It's a great supportive atmosphere. We're fun every day. All the stuff. Like, you should come back." So she came and asked. I was like, "Absolutely. It's a great kid. Like, why not? Come on." And so she's a starting player right now. So
Okay.
So we're excited. That kind of stuff. It opens up for that. And then, like you said, we've got sophomores and freshmen playing real minutes and scoring real big girl points for us. So that's a great thing to build on.
Because to put it in a nice bow here, your team is inexperienced. That's not great. You don't have like a preseason all district player of the year type person. That's how everybody everybody knows who. That doesn't exist here.
Right.
However, what you do have, gritty,
Yep.
wanting to learn, fun, like no ego. They're just like mold, this clay that you're getting to kind of.
Well, and it's kind of a really fluky thing, but we've learned you get to spend so many hours together, away from school and off the court and traveling and that kind of stuff. And over the last weekend at the last tournament, we got to realize that. So there's 12 on the roster, 1 freshman. She's the oldest in her family. Every other kid is the youngest daughter. So we've got 11 little sisters. So when you have that,
something in common,
it's really interesting. And then Evie Vaughn is our freshman, and so she gets to be all of our little sister, even though she's the oldest. So 11 of them are little sisters, and so what you're going to get with that steers into the be bold thing too. Like, little sisters can be feisty, and so we're encouraging that. Like, that is okay. Like, that's a good thing. They've been around, and they're good kids, and we're just trying to get them to stay aggressive with things.
Yeah, I love it. And these are fun. You may not get the results ultimately that you want in time, but we'll see. But it's a fun group to kind of.
For sure.
Yeah. Take me through tournament season 2. How are you treating it? Because you're throwing them into the deep end of the pool.
For sure. Yeah, we played some really tough teams in the Denton tournament. Did well, but like we got to see a couple of kids. We got to see a kid that's a junior that's committed to A&M already. The legit USA pipeline kind of kid. 6'4", touching 10'6" kind of kid. And we had to practice some commit blocking and some different things. And we got really good. We were getting the exact right spot, and then she hits over the top of you and down. Like, yay! There's nothing you can do about it. Awesome. We did everything right. That's great. So like, there's a lot of teachable moments with that. But playing some really good teams, and then St. Angelo's won this upcoming weekend. We think we can go compete and hopefully pull some wins and get some experience that way. Then we've got Arlington the next weekend, and it'll be another really tough one. So we get to see a lot of opponents. Yeah, you go that way. That's the whole thing. Like, they're winning. They've got 4 or 5 clubs that are winning national titles at the club level. So like, those kids all got to go to high school somewhere.
Argyle was who you met.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah,
and they were. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, we had Azel 3rd round. Had to get past them. They're really good. They've gotten their revenge on us already this year at the Denton tournament, and then Argyle, like Scary, Lovejoy's always great. Like you get all those DFW teams or Colleyville Heritage, all those.
Where all the people live.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right.
They got to go to school.
They got to go to school somewhere.
Like you said, take me through some of the players on this roster. I know there's a Reich on there.
Yep.
I know there's a Pesterfield on there.
Yep.
But Laney Devitt, Mason Daniel, like, which you
so those are Laney's a senior. She was libero on JV last year. Haley McCallick was the leading scorer on JV last year, and so she's going to be one of our leading scorers this year. And so those are kind of the program kids that kind of have to work their way through. Mason Daniel, like I said, those are our seniors with Brynlyn Barnwell, who was on varsity and played real minutes last year and has done a great job. Kind of undersized middle that just is really professional. Like we call them professional middles. So we got Mason and Brynlyn are both professional middles. They're always in the right place at the right time, doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's great. But yeah, those are some of those program kids, and then you got some of the younger ones. Like I said, these are all little sisters, but Clara Pesterfield has worked her way into the libero jersey for us as a sophomore already, and a lot of that is the be bold part. Like our passing game, like we're developing our passing game, but when the ball's in play and it turns into volleyball, Clara goes and does things, and does them aggressively, and so that's what we need. So she's done a great job. She's been our dig leader so far this year. Mia Reich. Can't really keep her off the floor. Like she's designed as a prototypical perfect backup quarterback type person, and but she's bringing so much energy and she's doing such a good job, and like it's hard to keep her off the floor, which is a good thing. So we're having to look at that. Conley Johnston, fantastic, another little sister. Like she took a minor injury at the Denton tournament, so like we were not able to fully release her last night like we wanted to. So we've done some lineup changes, stuff there, some tweaking.
And it's a long season.
Very.
And that's why
there's no reason to
play your way into a role and out of a role.
For sure.
Kids get sick and hurt, and that's like it takes all of you. Yeah. Everybody be bold.
Be bold. Get in there. When you're in there, go hard. Yeah.
What is what's the one that there's so much data and analytics and statistics and everything that in various sports, but what's the one statistic you look at that you feel, okay, this tells me all I need to know about how our team is playing, or this is most important to me? What is that?
There's a couple. So in general, I've never lost a match or seen someone lose a match passing a 2.4. So like if your passing rating out of a 3, right? So if 3 is perfect, that can't ever really happen. If your team passed a 2.4, I've never seen somebody lose. And so that's just been going back to...
Which means it was just mishits.
Yeah, just first contact, passing the volleyball. Yeah. They serve at us. If we pass well, we win. But now, like individually, we're trying to get people to pass at that rate already, and we're not close as a team. And never really have been. Like I said, I've seen it 8 or 10 times in my life, and no one's ever lost if you've done that. So we're trying to really be good passing. We're developing our passing, and then just a side out rate. Like if we and those kind of go hand in hand. But if they're serving to us, we can execute, pass that swing, we score, it's over. Like if you can do those things, then you're good.
So like the tennis equivalent is unforced errors.
Yeah.
The QB analogy would be incomplete passes.
Totally. Yeah, it really is. Those are the two like big efficiency things that just kind of test you on how you're doing.
Tells the story.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just so true in sports. It's not about who goes and wins the game; it's who doesn't lose.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Who doesn't go screw it up? The game's hard enough as it is, but I mean, it's just like plenty of teams just go out there and they may do all this and that, but they lost and screwed it up.
No, we're comparable to baseball in that way. We're just an error game, and it's just kind of eliminating that.
Last year, you after the year was over, you asked your team for a lot of feedback. Mm-hmm. I thought that was fascinating. And loved that. And it was anonymous, and it was just like, hey, tell us your experience in the program. Like, what did you find, and why did you do that?
Well, I think it's important. And first of all, like coaching either makes you really old or keeps you really young, like one way or the other. Because like every match to me is a lifetime, and so every season is definitely a lifetime. Like I can go through the friendship match and like tell the story as if it was an entire film. You know what I mean? Like so, but I think that every season's a totally new thing, and you've got to get better at something every year. every year. Have to, and that's as a coach personally. Like, I've got to get better at something. It's okay that we're where we're at, but I got to get better at something. And so a lot of times that's just identifying what that something is. And so asking the kids, asking the parents, asking the assistant coaches, trainers, everybody that has tangentially some kind of connection with the program, like, you've got to see what their experience was. And then some of it is just spot checking, like, are we being good humans? Like, some of the questions are like, some adult in the program cares about me as a person. Like, that has to be 100%. If that's not 100%, we've screwed something up. So it's spot checking that we're really taking care of the kids, and then there are volleyball questions in there. Like, I wish we played more at practice, or I wish we did drills. I wish we did individual skill work or whatever. Yeah. And so that really does tell us, like, what the kids think, which is important information. It's not always right for, like, what they need skill wise, but it's like, what are their vibes? And then sometimes it's like reminding them of the gratitude piece. Like, one question is, yes, no, maybe, or whatever, but we had better equipment, gear, shoes, clothes than the other team most nights. Like, and part of that is like, yes, we did, and making the kids remember that and be a little bit grateful for it. So it's like you put that reminder in their head too, but really it's into your survey stuff is to make sure that we're getting better as a program and looking for hot spots we can get better in.
Because you're either getting better or getting worse.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Yeah, that's right. And you kind of check your ego at the door when you just say, hey, man,
have to.
Like, I this is what we've done, and let me know.
Yeah.
I thought that was great, and your kids really responded well to that.
Yeah, for sure. There's always there's really good answers out of that.
The coaching point you make on a daily basis is what? That you make the most to, like, just a kind of a non-negotiable is what?
We're going through a few right now, for sure. Like, we're hammering home, be bold, but then also, we're blending in Texas way and 2-word and stuff like that. And so, standard over feelings is important too. This group is already that way. Like, this group doesn't get, they don't put themselves above the team, really. But it's also setting those reminders of, like, hey, I'm not mad at you when we're failing. It may be in a drill, it may be in a game, or whatever. I'm not mad at you that we're failing. We've got to do better. Like, we have to get closer to our potential every day.
We're not lowering the bar.
Right. The standard's up here. Like, and if there's consequences for it, it is what it is. Like, nobody's mad about it. Like, we have to meet the standard. Okay. So, but yeah,
not personal.
That's where we're at. Oh, absolutely. Definitely not. There's nothing personal to it.
So, how would you define this team in one word? Then, what were you? I mean, you're saying bold.
I am.
You want it to
I am. That's what I want it to be. That's what I want it to be.
But what is it right now?
You're putting me on the spot, and I'm having to make it up. I really think joyful. Like, this is a fun group. We show up happy to go to work every day. Volleyball's the most fun thing that we do during the school day, and I think that's that way for all these kids. Like, they're nice, they're sweet, they're kind to each other.
Well, every time I see, like, Mia Wright in any situation, she's the epitome of just joy.
Yeah,
smile on her face.
We're
thrilled.
We are happy to be here.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's
we're getting to do cool stuff.
Yeah.
So,
okay, here's a weird one for you. Make you think a little bit.
All right.
Dead or alive?
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Oh man.
You and 3 dinner guests.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Who's sitting down with you to break bread, and they cannot be relatives or anything like that. So I can't go, hey, my mom. What? And what are we having?
And what are we having? Both?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Both. Oh man.
I'll tell you what Coach Anderson said a little bit.
I'll tell you after. No, you're gonna hear it after.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
All right.
Because, I mean, again, it just gives you a little look at, like, what your historical figures,
for sure,
political, musicians,
for sure,
athletes.
I'm hammering on that end of it for sure. All right, so I only get 3. I get 3.
3 guests.
3.
You and 3 guests.
Dinner for
4, and you're 1.
All right, as much as I would like to take Jay Whitefield right now, I'm going to not take Jay, even though I said I'd shout him out here, our director of student services around here. But
he's a tough job.
Yeah. He would just sit there and smile the whole time while everybody else was getting rowdy. I got to go with Bill Walton.
Oh yeah,
okay. I'm very curious. Like, that was one of my things this summer was, like, I want the enthusiasm level of a Bill Walton.
Then he never lost it.
Be there,
Grateful Dead, and
that's where I'm going. Like, I'm taking. I'm taking Jerry Garcia with us. So then now we're having a whole different weird thing.
Yeah.
And then give me Jeff Bridges. Just let's see. It's like because you can go Tron, you can go Big Lebowski, you can go
the actor. Yeah, Jeff Bridges,
you can
the actor. Yeah.
White Squall. Like these are all very different
Dumb
things. That we got different. Yeah. So we got a whole litany of different things. But
so you've seen I almost know you have. You've seen the documentary or the series on Bill Walton.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's a very unique look.
Yeah.
A person
of
that
course.
is not necessarily what you expect.
Right. And that's the thing too, like, and I was a big Celtics guy, but like 86 Celtics, Walton's there with no feet. Like if he had decent shoes, he'd have been, like, is that the best player ever? Like best passing big man, all those things. It was like, how are you in that much pain in your entire life and you're still that enthusiastic about your sport? Just in general.
Yeah.
Just in general. Like I can go watch Bad Middle School and be that excited? And I think I can in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, I'm like, yeah, that kid's really doing some stuff out there. So I think I can, but it's also, Walton's my biggest one out of that because I think there's just a lot of stories that can come around for him.
Yeah, because he's either space cadet or genius.
100%. And how much
genius?
How much of that is an act though? Like I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like it's how much of that is the persona.
Maybe this is okay. So what's the meal? What are you asking?
Man, I don't know. I hate to even do it, but almost like just straight Texas barbecue and see what everybody thinks about it. Like see what the thoughts are. That's a group. Like I don't know if y'all had this.
Caitlin's was Jesus.
I nailed it.
George Strait.
Okay.
And I think it was like Carolyn Thompson.
Okay.
Some USA hitter.
Yeah.
Or setter or something on the USA volleyball. She said she's met this person and all that stuff. So anyway, she was kind of all over the
same deal. They should have barbecue.
But you get a different look at somebody because I don't know. Like I don't know Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I would say if pressed with the same question. But it's just always fascinating because it's like, what are your interests? And it kind of takes you and you're different.
I think it's interesting. Like the Jordan thing. I think it's almost stereotypical of like. I think I understand him. Like it's weird, but I think I understand. Like I think it's just a competitive psycho. Like I think I get it.
Psychos.
Because I have that. Like I have that moment. Like that's in there in me somewhere. Like
it's like the meme. Where he looks at that,
and that's when I took that.
And I took it personally.
That's what we've talked about that a lot with our group. Like, and that's when I took that personally.
Yeah. What? Okay. Speaking of what famous coach in another sport, non-volleyball related, do you pull things from?
A lot, all over the place. There's a lot of. The Patriots run Belichick stuff in there for sure.
Like stuff he said or the way he
stuff he said, the way he approached things. Like there's a lot of do your job. Like once the talent level is set, there's a lot of
DYJ, man. Yeah.
Do your job. Yeah. Know what your job is, and that's part of the coaches communicating with you. Like know what your job is, and then go do it.
Identify those roles, and then go run that role
for sure. Yeah, Belichick's a big one for me for sure. And there's countless others. I'll steal from everybody. I'll steal from everybody.
I'm fascinated to see how Bill Belichick does in college.
Really
after
interesting.
Being a professional coach for so many years. Yeah, that we're on the.
So I don't know how much of that has been coaching yet.
Yeah,
that we've seen. We haven't seen.
Yeah, and we're on the cusp of seeing that.
It's time.
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen that he's done any of the coaching part yet.
Other than Belichick, who else do you pull from?
Man, everybody.
Okay.
There's old Wooden stuff. There's
what is it? What is his famous thing? Because that ties back into your Bill Walton thing. But was it Be Quick but Don't Hurry?
Yep.
I think it was always a famous one from John.
No, there's some really good. And then Coach Knight, I got to see up close and personal for about 5 years, and there's a lot to learn on both ends of that spectrum from Coach Knight.
And people did opposite ends of the spectrum. Yes. Here's what's good.
Here's what to do. Here's what you can't do.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, safe travels, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We will do this again soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep grinding with these ladies. I know that they're doing all they can. And they're going to get better.
It's a great group.
Because you guys are going. I think that there's been teams before that that want to hang out together, and this is a team that's really running to those.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
especially these tournament season is fun to like be able to.
It's been great. And small roster, and nobody's wanting to leave home with mom, and everybody's wanting to stick around with each other, and like it's a good sign. Like they are, like we talked off air, but like they're off their phones and they're playing Uno and they're playing board games and they're doing stuff because they want to, not because the coaches are telling them to. So it's a great sign.
Yeah. And this is it's society in that it's changed, and these are rare.
Yeah.
Like these instances are rare where you miss this. Like us older folks are like, man, I remember when you just went and played out in the
There's
backyard.
a lot of time hanging around.
That's right. Yes, that's right. That's right.
So we're starting to see a little bit of that with this group.
That's good. I mean, that's actually extremely unique, actually, in this day and age. So hope it continues. All right, Coach, we appreciate the time. Your money,
thing.
as always, man. We'll do
Appreciate
this again. Yeah, there he is, Mike Moffitt, head coach of the Lady Pirates on the volleyball side. They are grinding away at it, doing well. They'll be traveling around, and district will be started in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Really soon. Everybody else already started.
Yeah, see.
So that was our bye already. Was yesterday.
Okay,
So
there we because you have a giant district.
Yeah, gigantic.
Yeah, big. Yeah, so it lasts all of 2.5 months or something. So, all right, we'll talk to everybody next time. For Colton Coons, for Chris Lovell, for Mike Moffitt, we'll talk to you next time. Thank you again to G. Messer Ford /Lincoln.